Hey there, book people. So this is my first video for this channel, and going to be kind of a book haul slash TBR update and intro to the channel. So um, basically, my idea with the channel is that I'm going to be just talking about it's a pretty standard booktube channel. Just gonna talk about what I'm reading, do some book hauls and book reviews and that kind of stuff. So um, anyway, I got a pretty good book haul to go through. Um, I went to a local used bookstore and picked up some really cool stuff, and then I also have a few new books that I picked up that I've been wanting to read. So I'll go through the new ones first, and then we'll do the old stuff. Um, Horns by Joe Hill. It's the movie tie-in, trade paperback version, but I've heard it's good. I haven't seen the movie. Been meaning to read this one, and yeah. Then I picked up a copy of Stephen King's Misery. Um, I've actually never seen the movie or read this one, but I did actually. There's a play. I've seen a stage version that my when I was um, when I first started college, my college did a stage play version of it. So always wanted to read it, never got around to it, never had a copy of it. Uh, so here it is, Stephen King's Misery. Um, I got Robert McCammon's Swan Song. I don't know. I'm reading The Stand by Stephen King right now, and so I'd seen some other booktubers mention this one, and thought it looked pretty cool. Sort of a similar, post-apocalyptic, a little bit of supernatural, good versus evil, that kind of thing. So, I've been wanting to check out Robert McCammon. Seems like a, neat, a little bit on the darker side, some cool horror. So, yeah. And then I picked up the movie tie-in edition of Dune by Frank Herbert. I had like used to have a trade paperback of it that went with my other Dune paperbacks. Don't know how well those show up there, but I gave that to somebody, and so I didn't have a paperback of Dune. I do have I think it's the Barnes and Noble like collector's edition hardcover, and I felt like that was not a thing that I wanted to actually like risk spilling something on it or like cracking the spine on it. I want to keep that one nice, so and I wanted to do a reread, and this was the cheapest paperback version that I could find. So the new covers on the the new paperback editions are like super pretty, but I don't know. Then I didn't want to just have one of those, and all of that other the older trade paperback editions. So I thought this was the way to go. So there it is, Dune movie tie-in. And then picked picked up Ghost Story by Peter Straub. It's I've been another one that I've been meaning to read for years and years, but never picked up a copy of it. So, and then last but not least, from the new books pile, it's Let the Right One In, by John Ajvide Lindqvist. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I have no idea. But another horror, novel I've been meaning to read. Saw the movie years ago. Another case of, unfortunately, the movie tie-in edition is the one that's available, but vampire, 21st century vampire novel, so it's fun. Hello, what is it? And then the classics and used bookstore stuff. Looks like a basically brand new copy of Carpe Jugulum. It's a Terry Pratchett Discworld novel. Another one I've been, I've never read any of the Discworlds, but it seems like should be right up my alley. So I'll get busy on that soon. Then The Fog by James Herbert. It's a fairly well-known horror, classic horror novel. I've been meaning to read some James Herbert. He also did like The Rats, and so it should be fun. Found this one at a thrift store. It's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Stieg Larsson. Just a thriller. Should be fun. Werner Vinge, A Fire Upon the Deep. Found this one at little used bookstore, a couple miles from my house. It's supposed to be one of the greats of like the new space opera, which I'm a big space opera fan, I have heard that these are these are among the best. So I'm excited for some Werner Vinge, and space opera covers are always great. Like just some great spaceships there. Warbreaker, Brandon Sanderson. It's I don't know a whole lot about it, other than that it ties in with the broader Cosmere, so pretty psyched for that. Like what I've read of Sanderson, so and it looks, if you can see the spine there, it looks like it's maybe only been read partway through, so that's cool. I also found a copy of Woken Furies, Richard K. Morgan, at the same used bookstore. Pretty excited about this one. I've read the first two Takeshi Kovacs books, and this is the third. If you've seen Altered Carbon, then of course the second book doesn't follow or the season 2 of the show doesn't follow the second book very closely, but the the books are great. So excited to read number 3. Also picked up this one. It's Red X, David Demchuk. It's fairly new. I'm not actually sure when this one was released. Oh, look at that, 2021. It's brand new. But it's sort of a horror, literary horror about, takes place in Toronto's gay community. Has some, it has to do with the serial killer, real life serial killer that was there, and so very very curious to read that. Supposedly also some supernatural elements in this one, so very fictionalized version of that, but I thought it sounded pretty neat, so excited for that. And then I have these like old, this very cool old DAW paperback of the Forever War. This is, as far as I can tell, the first paperback printing of the Forever War. I don't think this is a first edition, but I'm not totally sure. It might be. But it's, great sci-fi classic. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's just a neat addition to the collection. I guess it's not a DAW paperback. It's a Ballantine. So, but still, should be a neat one. Another great, classic cover there. And finally, Day of the Triffids, which is a classic sci-fi horror that I've been meaning to read. So should be neat. It's fun one. So anyway, you can kind of get an impression of what kind of books I'm going to be doing here on the channel, what my interests in, what my reading interests are as far as all that goes. It's a lot of sci-fi, some fantasy, some horror, probably a lot of horror, really, and definitely, going to be doing some reviews. Anyway, I hope that gives a good preview of what I'm hoping to do with the channel here. I'll have some reviews coming out soon. I just finished the Prince of Nothing trilogy by R. Scott Baker. Kind of getting into some grimdark fantasy. That's supposed to be the one of the big epic grimdarks. So excited to do a review of that. Probably do a review of the whole trilogy. Currently reading Wheel of Time, and so we'll do a little of that. But I know those have been covered pretty thoroughly by other booktubers. So working on some Stephen King as well. Maybe I'll do a review of The Stand. So yeah, I will see you next time.